Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled Techelet number 36, Top 32 Rabbis Who Wear Techelet Today. It's an interesting article. It's easily to be found on the internet. Labeled the top 32 rabbis wearing Techelet today. And it's very, very fascinating to see the list. Maybe years ago, it was certain people within the Dati Leumi world only who are wearing Techelet, and it certainly has expanded quite quite a bit outside of that circle of the Dati Leumi rabbis. It really is covering all groups. I am not saying in any way the majority of Gedolim sanction it, not at all, but it is not just a fringe group. While one might say Har HaBayit is a small group of a few rabbis that sanction it and maintain that it's a proper and good thing to do, Techelet is a different level totally in terms of the amount of people that are wearing Techelet. And it's a wide range of people. We don't have to read the whole article of the top 32 rabbis and founders who are going to see the complete list, but just some of the names. Rabbi Belsky, Zecher Tzadik Levracha, Rosh Yeshiva of Torah Vadat, wore Techelet. Yeah, on the Shabbat Talit he wore it, on his tzitzis he wore it. And it's a delicate matter because certainly in the Torah Das world, Rav Reisman, a Rosh Yeshiva at Torah Das, a Rebbe at Torah Das is very vocal against it. No one is quoted as saying there's zero chance that the Murex is the right one, is the Chilazon, and yet Rav Belsky, the Yeshiva wore it. He's very, very close with Rav Hershel Shechter Shlita. They worked together in the OU. And it could be that Rav Shechter all those years together, Rav Shechter convinced him this is the right thing to do. Be that as it may, whatever the history is, Rav Belsky, a huge name in the yeshivish world in America, wore Techelet. Rav Scheinberg here in Israel, with the many, many, many tzitzis that he wore, one pair had Techelet on them. Rav Zalman Nachman Goldberg, a great posting in his own right, and also the son of Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, where just once again to contrast, a few months ago on the cover of magazines, and it can't go to Har HaBayit. And in terms of Techelet, that's it. So the two issues are two separate issues. I think there's some connection, which we discussed in the past, but it should just be clear that the people who may be against Har HaBayit are very much, many are holding by the Techelet. Obvious differences. One is kares, one is possibly going to the wrong place and being liable for kares, Hashem ending your life, chas v'shalom, and one is not. The question of fulfilling a mitzvah. The difference is obvious, but there's a lot more to that topic of Techelet versus Har HaBayit, which I'm not going to go into now. You have Rabbi Twersky, my father-in-law, and many in the Twersky family wearing it today. You have in Lakewood, many Avrechim in the Kolel, in the yeshiva there, are wearing Techelet. Rav Tenler, son-in-law of Moshe Feinstein. Rav Dov Lior from Kiryat Arba Hebron, recently moved to Yerushalayim. In Gush, all three Rosh Yeshiva, Rav Moshe Lichtenstein Shlita, Rav Meidan Shlita, Rav Gigi Shlita, they all wear, as well as many of the Rabbeim there, Rabbi Myers-Techelet-32, Rabbi Reuven Tarragon, Rosh Yeshiva of Hakotel, wears as well. So the list, Rav Dani Schreiber, my colleague, also good friend at Gush, so many people are wearing it. And among my colleagues, I learned in Gush many years ago, among my colleagues in Gush, many of them, Rav Myers-Techelet-32 also, once again, not a support of going up to Har HaBayit, just to stress once again that the two are not necessarily connected. So what do we have here? A list of rabbis in the Hasidic world, Yeshivish world, the Dati Leumi world. Rav Mazoz in the Sephardic world, a great posek, also wears. So really you have representation in all the different worlds over here. So it should be very clear, because anyone who goes to Har HaBayit pretty much is wearing Techelet, but it shouldn't be associated that, whoever sanctions this, sanctions that, whoever sanctions that. It's two different shailot. And you may have many, many people who are not comfortable with Har HaBayit, but yet with Techelet say, I am in. We're talking about a Doraita mitzvah of Techelet. And if you're sure that the murex is the right one, is the chila zone, then you have to wear because of chiv d'oraita to wear tchelet. If you're in suffix, you may have to wear because of suffix d'oraita. There's no risk of korei. We're not losing the mitzvah, even if the blue is not the right one. The Gemara said it's not indispensable. So therefore, you have a wide range of poskim, of great and holy rabbis who are wearing tchelet. This, of course, in addition to the founders of tchelet, that obviously they are wearing the tchelet as well. So it's just important to see the range over here so we understand that this year by year is going ahead and becoming more and more popular as more people see, either because they're convinced that this is the right way to do it, or there's a fake of biblical doubt. They want to be machmir. So it's just important to have that perspective. In terms of psak, each person has to ask his posek what to do, but just another shear of tchelet, just understand where things are at and where things seem to be heading with this topic. Shalom.